He was just a boy, simple, quiet, and always smiling. Every single morning he would walk to school barefoot. It wasn't because he wanted to, but because his family simply couldn't afford shoes. The road to school was rough, uneven, and littered with sharp stones that often cut his feet. But despite the daily pain, he never complained. He just kept walking, his smile never fading. One day, on his usual route, something caught his eye. He was passing a shoe shop, and he stopped, frozen in place. There, sitting in the display window behind a pane of sparkling glass, was a pair of brilliant white sneakers. They were clean, they were shiny, they were perfect. He stood there for what felt like an eternity, his eyes glued to them. He imagined the feeling of lacing them up, the soft cushion under his feet, how it would feel to run and jump without wincing. Gathering all his courage, he stepped inside. "Excuse me, sir," he asked the shopkeeper, "how much for those white shoes in the window?" The man glanced at the boy's worn-out uniform and dusty feet, and let out a dismissive laugh. "Those," he scoffed. "Son, those shoes cost more than your whole uniform." The boy felt a pang in his chest, but he forced a small, sad smile and walked away. As he stepped back onto the hot pavement, he made a silent, determined promise to himself. "One day, I will buy those shoes. With my own money." That promise ignited a fire within him. From that day on, his life changed. After his classes ended, he didn't go home to play. He went to work. He started cleaning cars, the soap suds covering his small hands. He'd run through traffic selling newspapers, his voice trying to rise above the noise. He did any odd job he could find, all for a few extra coins. His classmates didn't understand. They would point and tease him. "Look at him. You'll never get those fancy shoes." Their words stung, but he ignored them. Every night, exhausted, he would sit by a dim light and carefully count his savings. He'd spread the coins out, whispering to himself, "I'm getting closer." There were days he was so tired he could barely stand, and nights he went to bed hungry. But he never gave up. He kept reminding himself that dreams don't just happen for people who quit when things get tough. Months passed. The small pile of coins grew into a respectable bundle of notes. Finally, the day he had been dreaming of arrived. He had enough money. His heart pounded with excitement as he clutched his hard-earned savings and ran to the shoe shop. He could almost feel the shoes on his feet. But when he got there, his heart sank. The shop was gone. A completely new store stood in its place. Panic set in. He ran up and down the street, asking everyone he saw, searching every nearby market, but the shopkeeper and the perfect white sneakers were nowhere to be found. They had vanished. Defeated, he sat down on the curb, the city's noise fading into a dull hum. He was heartbroken. Tears he had held back for so long finally fell, splashing onto the dust-covered road. Just then, as he wiped his eyes, he noticed a little boy limping nearby. The boy was even younger than him, and he was also barefoot, but his feet were in a much worse state, bleeding from fresh cuts. It was a mirror image of how his own feet used to be. In that moment, something shifted inside him. He stood up, walked over to the child, and without a second thought, he took off the simple slippers he had managed to get and gently handed them to the little boy. The child's face, once etched with pain, broke into a smile so pure and bright, it outshone any pair of shoes in the world. As he turned and began to walk home, barefoot once again, a profound realization washed over him. The familiar sting of the rough pavement felt different this time. He understood. Maybe, he thought to himself, life didn't give me what I wanted, but it gave me the chance to give someone else what they needed. That day, his definition of success and happiness was forever changed. He learned that true joy isn't found in what you have or what you own. It's found in what you give and what you share with others. Sometimes your greatest dream isn't meant for you to keep, it's meant to be passed on to someone else. Be kind, be grateful, be human. Thank you so much for watching. If this story touched your heart, please give this video a like, and consider subscribing to our channel for more stories that inspire. We'll see you in the next one.